bottom on bottom, a great poet said this once. I got trauma. You're so sick. All because you wanted to get for an hour. Ooh. Diva. We call that the gay audacity. Welcome to Poison Touch, the podcast where a Jigglypuff and a Croagunk give you the best and worst advice to deal with all of life's predicaments. It is July. We're deep in the heat of summer. I've been sweating my ass off for the past couple of weeks with Pride, but we're back. We survived, and I am joined this month by a DJ, a reality show star and winner, an adult entertainer, all-around icon. It's Jay Seabrook. Jay, how are you?
Yay! Hello. Good morning. I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am fantastic. This is actually my first time recording, like, in the morning. For the folks at home, it is like 8 a.m. I never wake up early because I'm a bartender. However, whenever I do wake up early, I'm like, oh my God, I feel great.
So productive.
There's so much stuff I can do. I got everything done. I'll like go to the gym later and it'll only be like 11 a.m. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like a regular human being whenever I wake up early and I feel productive, and I'm like, wow, this is what it means to be a functional member of society.
100%.
But then I start crashing out. I start crashing out by 2 p.m. and I'm like, never mind, fuck this.
Yeah, I found out about you for Love of Delphs, of course. Although I knew you prior to that. I was following you, I think, prior to that. I think you had followed the Baby Daddy's account before then. I was like, oh, I did something here. I don't know. There was a time where like all the season 3 people were following the podcast before the cast announcement. So I had like a secret cast announcement in my head, and I was like, I think these people who just followed the account are on the show.
Yeah, we were dropping hints that we were gonna be in for the Love of Delphs season 3. And he was just interacting with all your for the Love of Delphs content.
Mm-hmm. Like,
the year before we aired. Yeah,
exactly, yeah. Anyone who hasn't watched it, For Love of Delphs is the reality show that me and Mario recap whenever it's on. Young guys go on, meet the daddies of their dream, go on dates. There's all types of messy shenanigans that happen. And you managed to take the whole thing home.
Well, of course. I'm not going to go to a reality TV show and not win. That's so embarrassing.
Okay. Where's you on Drag Race next? Grab a wig, bitch.
Right?
You're already 1 for 1. You might as well be 2 for 2.
If you're going to do a reality TV show, do it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? At least that's what I told myself when I got casted. And I'm like, listen, like, I'm going to have fun. But you know what's fun? Winning.
Yeah, nothing feels like winning, you know.
Agreed.
And that's why I play board games. I'm really fucking good at board games.
You are? What's your favorite one?
I am big into like lying games where you have information and you're trying to not tell everybody the information you have. You know, like it's like a mafia.
So you're a sociopath, okay?
Yeah, no, I just think it's really fun to lie when there's like no consequence because it's a game. I don't like lying in real life. I don't like lying in real life because I'm convinced that I have this thing around me. Call it karma or whatever. But anytime I've like told a lie that there would be some consequences to, the consequences hit me in the face immediately after.
Instantly, yes.
And what, you know, it's so I can't lie like that. However, if it's a board game and I've got this many cards and this card is going to have me win, I will totally, you know, play the poker game.
Right. I recently played Exploding Kittens.
Oh, like that's fun.
Yeah, but for the first couple of rounds, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then once you get to it, I'm like, oh no, I still suck at this game. It's not that I didn't understand. It's just that I don't know how the fuck to play.
It's a weird game, Exploding Kittens. You
know? I love cats. Why is my kitty exploding? Like
my kitty exploding. What have you been up to recently? You know, since it's been how long since the show ended? Like a year
the show
now,
ended in like. Yeah, so we recorded it in February of last year. So it's been like a year and a half. Oh, hold on. Sorry. No, my alarm going off.
Oh wait, so, actually, This is a good second for me to remember to turn off mine because
Turn off all your
I
alarms.
I have this app called Alarmy where the alarm won't turn off unless you do like a task that you assign to it. So I have it set so that when my alarm goes off, I have to go into the bathroom and scan my shampoo so that I'm already in the shower. That way I will stay up because if not, I'll go to bed. It's a
Oh,
really cool app. If you have trouble waking up like I do, I think it's fantastic.
yeah. That's a lot of work for just
Yeah.
waking up. I just usually roll over the bed. I scream a little bit, and then I go up with my day. But
See,
good for you.
I'm
Yeah.
bad. If I do not have something like that like physically gets me up,
Mhm.
I will just I'll
Done.
snooze it. They have one where it's like the alarm won't stop unless you do a puzzle. I
Mhm.
started doing the puzzles in my sleep. I got so good at doing the puzzles in my sleep. It was
Oh
scary.
no, you needed to switch up the task,
Yeah. So now I have to
and now you
actually
are
get up.
just showering in your sleep, and then when you wake up, your bed is wet.
Boom. Exactly. What were we talking
um,
about before?
since I got done with the
Yes,
show,
yes, yes, yes. What's been tea? What's been
I
up?
so I got fired. So I was for my day job. So I was unemployed for the first half of this year. Thankfully, that's not it anymore. So I got
Okay.
hired at a physical therapy place. So
Period.
that's been really good and very different because I do have a background in sport management from school. So getting back into like that kind of like area that everyone's just like talking about fitness and um, I used to take physical therapy back in college because I have like a lot of shoulder injuries. So it feels to be back at home pretty much.
Did you have
So
like
it's
shoulder
nice.
injuries from a sport?
Yeah, so I was a swimmer for like
Oh,
most of my youth. So I had to deal with like chronic shoulder injuries. So I mean, I still kind of do because I dislocated my shoulder a couple years ago. So like I'm always at a fucking physical therapy.
mm.
But now I get to work on it, and I think it's really fun and super chill. And I really like my new office, and I really like the new work environment. So yeah, I've just been there for a couple of months now. I'm super happy with it.
Nice. Congrats. Fuck that
Thank
sleep
you.
center. They didn't deserve you.
They slept on me. Nah.
Yeah.
But no, no. I'm always gotta be grateful with all the experiences I go through in my life and my different types of careers. I also been getting booked for DJing a lot more recently, so that's also been a blessing.
Nice,
Um,
nice. I've been seeing you
next
post
time you
about
see
it.
me, right? Next time you see me in Chicago, maybe I'll play a gig or two over there. Who knows?
Oh, that'd be cute. That'd be cute. I'd have to swap some work shifts around, but I would be
Yes.
there.
Yeah, let me just play an underground party in Chicago, and I think they would love it.
That would be puss. I asked this next
Yes.
question to everybody. We've seen the support Jigglypuff. However, what
Yes.
is your history with Pokemon, if any?
My history with Pokemon goes all the way to year 99, year
Hmm,
2000,
hmm,
and
hmm.
you had the Game Boy that matched the color of your Pokemon cassette. So I had the yellow one, so I had like the first, or one
With
of the first.
with the little Pikachu in it, or the one without the
Yes,
Pikachu? Okay, cute.
yes, with a Pikachu on it. And then obviously as the Game Boys progress, I would always buy at least like one. But I always buy like the water-based Pokemon games. So whenever Pokemon Sapphire was or Ruby, like I took the Sapphire one. And then the last Pokemon game I owned that I played and I overplayed after Diamond was Pokemon Black because Reshiram again, she's that bitch. Um, so I think that's why Gen 5 where I
Yeah,
stopped.
yeah, Gen
So
5.
yeah, so Gen 5, Unova region. That's kind of where I was like, I'm a man now. I'm just kidding, I'm not. But my boyfriend just recently got a Switch that he got through a
Ooh,
gig, so I'm probably gonna steal it. I'm gonna start playing a little bit more.
get into them. The new ones
Yeah.
are fun. I like Scarlet and Violet. I think they've got a really fun story. Usually
Okay.
usually the stories, I'm like, okay, there's not a whole lot going on here. It's pretty pretty basic.
Basic.
But the story for that one is actually really cute. That's like the one Pokemon game where like, oh, they went in on story for this one.
Well, but like that's what I really like Pokemon Diamond. Like you could like do like the beauty pageants.
Mm-hmm.
You could like create muffins and you could like whisk them in. Obviously, like the system to get shinies was a lot more direct.
Yeah,
And then to even
chaining and
get,
everything.
yeah, and then you can also get um, a lot of the Eve evolutions, like also very straight up because I would go to like Nintendo guides and I'd be like, hey, how do I get like a Glaceon? How do I get a Leafeon? And
Like,
then you're
go
like,
find this rock in the middle of the forest.
right. And
It's
then
easier
like
now because you can just give a leaf stone to get the leaf yard. But before you had to go find some random rock in the middle of
right.
the forest.
No, like I really like the like all the Easter eggs to get like the special Pokemon, and then like especially like how to get how to get the Frostlass, or like how to evolve to a Gallade, or like how to
Hmm.
get the Spirit Tome from like that
How to
quest or
change
whatnot.
my Rotom from a washing machine to a lawnmower.
Right, because a girl needs to clean her house.
I like that. That one was fun actually. Going and
Yeah,
like, oh, which appliance should I turn this one into?
yeah. So especially whenever you have to like upgrade to a new console, and I kind of like got stuck at like the Nintendo DS. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good for now.
That's fair.
But now I'm
That's
like
fair.
craving it because all the girlies are, with their Labubus now and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want a Labubu. I want a little Pokemon.
They have a lot of really cute. I'm looking at mine over there. I have a Slow King keychain, and it is like
Oh,
the
yeah.
same size as a Labubu, and
Right.
I think it might be
Perfect.
better. I think we should be doing that instead.
Yes. I'm going to just bring my Jigglypuff everywhere and be like, did you even have a Jigglypuff?
Yeah, just put it on like a big like tote bag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just put a little Prada bucket hat on it and call it a
Yeah,
day.
easy. We're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we will get into y'all's questions.
Right. Let's listen and let's judge.
Yeah, we listen and we judge. We are back from our break. The first question that we have today is from pseudonym Turtwig. It's a sex and love question. Now, actually, I think it's funny because when this came across the desk, I said, wait, pseudonym Turtwig. Because in the submission form, the first line is like, write your pseudonym, but they wrote pseudonym Turtwig. So I know they want their name to be Turtwig, but I just thought it was funny that they wrote pseudonym Turtwig because it just feels kind of cunt. Like, pseudonym Turtwig.
I love that. I love that. Hey, they were right. So.
Right? Yeah. They write. I have a situation that is really quite simple, but regardless, I think it's worth asking advice for. I have an infatuation with a guy I've never had an actual conversation with. That distinction is why I hesitate to even call it a crush. I first saw this guy on Sniffies and was enticed because his profile was succinct, his pics were hot, and according to his bio, we come from the same culture. What really hooked me was his bio said, "Who wants to cuddle?" at the time. I've been craving intimacy so much lately, so that line is what got me to message him. He replied, we exchanged face pics, he said I'm cute, and he was down to cuddle sometime. He asked for my Insta, we followed each other, and we haven't really chatted at all since. I saw him during a night out one time, and thought about saying hi, but I was worried about intruding because he was with a group of friends actively chatting and laughing. To be completely honest, I was also intimidated because he's genuinely ridiculously beautiful, and styled so cohesively a lot of the time. I can't help but compare myself, so I passed up the opportunity. Then, over the course of a single month, I saw him out 5 more times at 3 different places across the city. Thrice at different clubs I chalked up to confidence, but then once at a cultural fest, and once at the beach. I figured if I was noticing him so often, he had to have noticed me, and also been choosing not to approach. The other night, I went out on a limb and asked him digitally if he still wanted to cuddle sometime, and he never replied. And I don't blame him at all, because he might have been put off that I messaged instead of said hi in person. Or maybe he saw me in person too and was just no longer interested. Either way, I guess I'm wondering, how can I talk myself into being confident enough to not let an opportunity for connection pass by if this happens again? I somehow convinced myself out of saying hi 5 times, and now he's obviously no longer interested. What would you say to hype me up if you were there the first or second time I saw him? Thanks for reading. Have you ever been in a situation where you like see someone, you're like, I know this person, I want to go say hi, and then you've just decided not to?
Yes, or like by the time I'm like actually willing to like speak with the person's gone.
Yep. Yep.
But it's also, listen, I'm blind.
That's gonna be my first
Like
thing. That was I.
I like my eyes play tricks with me sometimes. So like sometimes I do practice caution because I've been in a situation that I speak with someone, I tap the shoulder and it's not the right person. Um and I don't suffer from embarrassment. Like I will embarrass myself from time to time. But those type of situations I'm like, I could have done without this interaction, you know?
Yeah.
Because as social as an um extrovert as I am, I also do appreciate my privacy and my inner thoughts when I'm outside partying. But yeah, I mean, I think everyone has had a situation that like, oh, I wish I would have spoken with this person. But 5 times, it's a lot.
5 is a lot. 5. I would for
Like,
me by time 3, I'm like, all right, I should go and say hi to this person. You know what I mean?
yeah. Because like it's happened to me recently that I never interacted with this person on socials, but they're a dancer in LA, and I like ran into them at Coachella multiple times. Like I would just see him, and listen, music festivals are huge, but like I would see him consistently, and we would like interlock eyes a lot, and that's on a span of like 3 days. And then I ran into him at a pool party in Vegas, and I'm like, well, obviously this is meant for us to interact,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to touch his nipple, so it was worth it.
Okay.
Right.
Moral of the story: go say hi. You might be able to touch the
Go say
nipples.
hi.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. How do I hype someone up that's been in that situation? Honestly, it's just a matter of like how you're feeling on that day.
I'm very direct. Bitch, go say hi.
Yeah,
It's not even about hyping you up. I'm like, bitch, go say hi to this person.
like that of like, oh, I don't know if I wanted to like interrupt his like fun with friends. Like, girl, fuck that. Fuck his friends.
Yeah, or just
Like, if anything,
especially at the club, grab a, kind of work your way in that direction. Wait for a moment in the conversation to kind of open up, and then go, "Oh my god, hi! It's so nice to see you in person."
yeah, but like,
Boom.
the worst that's gonna happen is like he doesn't recognize you or you've been speaking to a catfish. Either way, like you're going to be clear. Like your mind's
Yeah.
gonna be clear. Like you're already gonna have to be like, you know what, I did what I was supposed to do.
And if that happens, you can just go, "Oh my god, I thought you were someone else. I'm so sorry."
Right, right. Like what's the
I've done
worst?
that.
I'd be
I've done
like,
that.
right. I mean, if I had been catfish, I would have been like, hey, like I think I was talking to you online. If they're like, no, I don't think so, and I'm like, perfect. Now we're speaking
Well,
in person. Now I can get your real number.
yeah.
Just finagle your way into it. If you were fooled
Mm-hmm.
once, you can fool the other person into liking you.
Throw a little flirt in it. I honestly,
Yeah,
it's all about practicing the art of the flirt. And the more you practice it, the easier it gets, the more confident you feel about it. So really, you just kind of go, you got to go and do it.
yeah.
Because once you get good at it, it's
Also,
fun.
I'm the type of person that I will go out by myself. So that also allows me to be open to those type of conversations with strangers, to be in very like high pressure social environments that I really don't
Hmm.
feel any pressure because I can do what I want and I'm not relying on other people to have a good time. And what I've done that I find this really cunty, um, I will see like a group of people, let's say it's a group of hotties, and I'm just like not really interacting with anyone, but I'm just vibing with the music. I just like slowly position myself in their peripheral vision, and I'm there for like a little bit. I'm either wait for them to approach me, or if I can feel their gaze upon me, like I can go ahead and interact with them, and that usually helps. That usually, you inception yourself in their mind gather if you're their type, of course.
Hmm.
Um, but I've done it a couple times and it does work because I'm vibing by myself and you're like, oh yeah, this person's having a good time by themselves. I don't see them interrupt, like I don't see myself interrupting them in either way, so might as well approach. Or
Hmm.
in that case, if I'm like close enough to the person and I'm like, you know what, like I'm interested, like why not? I'm a little intoxicated. Or if for my sober girlies, if you're having your cava drink or your nicotine pouch and you're feeling
Yeah.
some type of way, go for it.
I'm a little Red Bulled.
Yeah. Like, listen, my heart rate is off the roof right now, and it's
Like,
not the caffeine.
I have been doing this recently, and this might help Turtwig out a little bit. I recognize that I can have a very a resting bitch face, you know, especially when I'm working.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't want to approach that. So I've been doing this thing recently where if I make eye contact with someone, I just smile. And I've been making a very conscious effort to smile when I make eye contact with people.
Right.
And
I
I
like
feel like
that.
that helps people feel a little bit more receptive or approachable,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Open to conversations and whatnot. So maybe the next time you see a guy that you've been talking to online or something and you catch each other's eyes at the club, just give a little smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if you want to go up and say hi or, you know, interact with each other, there's already kind of that little bridge of connection because you had that, you know, a smile could be your little moment, you know, but it also doesn't
Agreed.
have to be anything.
Agreed. But I have been in the situation that I recognize a person, I smile, and then the other person smiles back, and we automatically go for each other. We're like talking with
100%.
someone else and be like, "Hold on, let me get this done."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, but then there's also sometimes that like chemistry is just so there that I go for their tongue, and I'm like, okay, you can, deep throat me with your tongue because we're at that point.
Exactly. There.
Doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, it's great.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Because there's that moment. You had the smile, and
Yes,
then
there is
boom, tongue
exactly.
to tongue.
So yeah, again, Turtwig, find that moment, gather the strength. If you're going out with friends, like your friends are going to be okay
Yeah,
if you leave them for a second.
yeah, they'll be fine.
Also, you've been in that situation. If you're in a group and then your friend gets approached, like you're fine. You're gonna survive.
Yeah.
If the person likes it or not, it's a cute interaction. It's embarrassing, whatever. But at least you're doing something.
Let this be the lesson. You may have messed up with this guy. You know, you let it get to that 5. It didn't work out. Now he's not interested. Let that be the only time this happens. The next time you talk to someone like this, or is another moment like this happens, don't let it get by. Just go up,
Yeah.
say hi. What's the worst that happens? Like we said last episode, me and Gay Bash, sit in the nose, sit in rejection, get more used to it, get used to flirting, get used to talking. Makes it easier.
Watch it. Watch him like see this episode and then run into that guy again.
And you know what? If you run into this man again, just smile. You don't gotta you don't have to make a whole thing about it.
Yeah.
You didn't message me
If you
back.
already right, if already like he doesn't reply on your messages, you can bring it up and be like, "Hey, I messaged you on Sniffies, bitch."
Oh,
And now you made
drag him
and
by
now
the
you made an
hair.
arch rival. Right.
Yeah. People need more villains. We need more villains.
Yes. Have you been watching Drag Race?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At the time of recording, the 10-minute preview for the next the semifinal episode is out. Mistress, that was a
Now
lot.
that's a villain. That's
That
not. This is we're not at like we're entertaining. At this point, we're hurting the girls.
you
We're like,
touched my hair. You scream in my ear.
yeah.
I'm grabbing you by your nostrils. That is sick. That pissed me
Yes,
off.
this is like whenever you cannot excuse the villain's motives anymore. This is just plain old evil.
Yeah, because it's not even like shady funny like it normally is. Like it just
It's
Aja
very
said
mean
it best.
spirited.
She
Yeah,
said, "You need to de-escalate this. You're making yourself small." And that's what
you're
it
doing
was.
too
Like
much. Yeah,
that was all insecurity bubbling up. She said, "You were making yourself tiny, minuscule
yeah.
even."
Like it's whenever like someone's just like insecure and they try to go at your own insecurities, but you're like, I'm not gonna entertain this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That was beautiful growth for her. Because season 9, Asha would have
Mm,
she would have got physical.
yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
growth. But this is not a
That's
Drag Race
correct.
podcast. There's so many of those already. We don't need another one. Before we
Correct.
move on, I did want to address something that is similar to this question, but not similar to this question. But
Okay.
something we were talking about earlier made me think about this, and I wanted to talk about this because it's been on my mind. People who go out and are like waiting for someone to hit on them. And if they don't get hit on, they think it's a failed night. I knew a couple people like this in college, and I never understood it. For me, if I'm going out, I want to hang out with my friends. If someone talks to me, if I want to talk to someone, sure, it's cool. But that's not the primary goal. The primary goal is to hang out with my friends. There are certain type of people where if they don't get hit on or if they don't find someone to go home, they think it's a failed night.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know why that pisses me off.
They set themselves up with that expectation that you need to like satisfy a craving, and if that craving is not satisfied, it ruins your night. But to me, like I go out for the music first, so like that's why I don't really go out for like a lot of gay places anymore,
Mm-hmm.
unless again it's the type of music that I enjoy, and then I focus on the music, and then people start hitting on you whenever you're having a good time, that they see you at your best.
Yeah,
If you're like in your head about like looking a certain way, about dancing a certain way, about interacting a certain way, you're not going to attract what you want. Like you're not going to find what you're looking for when you're trying too hard to make it happen.
yeah.
Like I also had someone that I knew that like we went out first, and he was like on a mission of making out with everyone,
That's one hell of a
and I don't
mission.
right. And then like he was making out with a few people, and I'm like, okay, cool, he's having a good time. But then like closer to the end of the night, he just looked like he was like over it, and he's like, oh, there weren't that many people hot out today. Or like, oh, it wasn't really that good of a night. And I'm like, bitch, you made out with like five different guys. Are you just insulting every single one of them? Because like, what's this? Like, what are you
Right? Like,
doing?
what was the whole point of all this? What is this leading up
Right.
to?
I say I was having a great time because I was with my friends, or I made out with like one or two, whatever. But even then, I have beautiful nights that have like no human interaction. It's just
100%.
me and the music on the dance floor.
That's my favorite thing. Especially, everyone knows this. I go to this party on Sundays here in Chicago called Queen. I work
Yes.
Sundays. Sundays are my Fridays. So for me, sometimes it's about just turning off my
Yes.
brain, getting on that dance floor,
Yeah.
just dancing with my friends. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to be
Yeah.
there, feel the music, and just,
And like you always know Queen is going to be busy. Like everyone in Chicago knows Queen. Like everyone, even if they don't want to go out on a Sunday night, they will make it to Smart Bar. Everyone's
hmm
gonna go
hmm
and take
hmm
that glorious, beautiful mirror picture in the
of course,
bathroom,
of
and
course.
you're gonna have a good time. But it's
Yeah.
because you go there for the vibes. You don't go on a mission because you're horny.
Some people do.
You.
And some people are
I mean,
like, I had this one ex coworker. He used to work at the bar. He was a go go dancer. And one time I saw him at Queen and he said, I don't like the music here. I said, why? Because I love house music. I'm a big house head. So I'm like, why don't you like the
yes,
music here? He was like, he said
but
that
you
there
live in
was,
Chicago. Like,
right. Also,
come
was
on.
also, and he's a transplant. I mean, I'm a transplant, so I really don't have much to say here, but I understand the history. Um, he said that there was something in the music that sounded demonic. I was like, what? Are you a religious girl? What is this?
Oh, was
Uh,
he? Was he
he,
tripping out?
I don't think so. I don't know. He did say he needed to be on drugs to be at Queen, which I think is like a whole other thing. I'm like, if you need, maybe this isn't the place for you. I don't know.
Right.
But he was also kind of like that thing where he was saying like he only goes there to kind of like find a guy to like hook up with. And
Girl,
I'm
just
like,
go to
if
Steamworks.
yeah, I'm like, if that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. But for me, it's so much about like you either being with my friends or being with the music. And I don't know. I just always like, I think it's interesting when people base their whole night around finding a man.
Yeah. Also, like the probabilities of like actually having a successful hookup from a place like Queen, it's interesting because by the end of the night, everyone's like really sweaty.
You know, they're
Right.
mollied out, G'd out.
Right. And I'm like, at that point, like if you don't have a Cialis, maybe you're done for the night.
Yeah. And yet the girls find their ways to the afters. They find their way.
Yeah.
Life finds a way.
Listen,
Um,
at least what I've done after Queen, like if I am hooking up, like I am finding someone that can make it happen at like 3 or 4 in the morning because the afters don't start till 6. So I have a couple hours
yeah, you got some time. You
to
got some
make it
time
work.
to chill out, and then all right, bring
Exactly.
it back out. We're going to the morning at the beach, whatever it is. Terse wig. we fully ran off the rails going into it. Not even a question, just a pet peeve that I had about people who base their nights around going out. But
Yeah.
all the same, best of luck. If you see this man out again, maybe address it, maybe don't address it. But let this be the lesson. Address the next man that you see, that you've talked to, and you want to say hi. Do a little smile. What did
Yes.
Zendaya say? Don't forget to smile. Don't forget to smile.
Your smile is beautiful.
Yes. Our next question is from Can I Turn the Homie into a Hoe? It's a sex and love question. Hello, Jake, and hello, Jay. The title of this episode, I think, is going to be a tale of two Jays, because I have also recently been going by Jay, and it feels fun and I like it. So this episode is the tale of two Jays.
Yes.
Hello, Jake. Hello, Jay. I love your films with Ron Peralta and Fitness Poppy, by the way. Longtime listener, third or so time questioner here, and I could use some help. Shout out to Ron. He just followed me on Instagram, but this Instagram got taken down. But now we follow each other on Twitter.
Yes.
Maybe I'll have him on soon. Maybe I'll have him on.
Please. He's a cutie pie.
And he's a big gamer. You know, we've got lots to talk about there. Yeah. So, you know what? Let me just put that in here.
Hit him up.
I hit him up. Anyway, Can I Turn a Homie to a Hoe writes, in true homosexual fashion, I found myself having a small crush on one of my good friends. I had absolutely zero intentions on that happening because I pride myself on not blurring those lines between friends and lovers. I should probably start. The homie hoppers look like they're having fun. But this kind of snuck up on me. The problem is I was talking to a second friend about this and they had a negative reaction to it, especially telling me that they think less of me for acting on this crush, even though I stressed and really do feel like acting on it is unnecessary in this moment. I was a bit surprised by that reaction. These two friends are not close and have never been romantically involved, nor have me and the second friend. There's also nothing between me and the crush that would look or be inappropriate because we're not that far apart in age and we're the same race / ethnicity, so there's no secret racist ideology going on. Wait, what? Okay, we've got to pause here really quick. There's nothing between me and the crush that would look or be inappropriate because we're not that far apart in age. I'm over age gap discourse. I really don't care. I mean, me and John are 12 years apart. It's if you are both consenting adults, who the fuck cares?
Correct.
And we're both the same race / ethnicity, so there's no secret ideology going. Who cares if you're the same?
So I think he's trying to justify having a crush based on the fact that like the third friend has issues with it.
Okay. Well, there's one. Okay, I just feel bad about the situation. I still want to feel this crush out, but I also don't know what to do about my other friend. I could use any advice you two can offer. Okay, now let's get into this because there's a lot to unpack here, and
your friend is jealous.
Oh.
Like, I want to start because I felt some type of way about like the scene that the little homie hopper to be set up. First of all, like if your other friend has an issue with you expressing your feelings to our other person, that's a red flag. Like there's no reason for that one other friend to have issues with you two interacting with each other in a romantic way unless he already has some ulterior motive or if he has also feelings on him.
Because they're not close. It says here they're not close.
Right. So if he's telling you, hey, I'm feeling less of you because you like want to hook up with your friend, like that really tells me like this person is not expressing themselves fully.
Yeah, there's something that's why I was so confused by like, all right, what's going on here? There's something that we're like, not privy to.
Like, and what you're trying to excuse as like, oh, like our friends were not like we don't have an age gap or like we're not a different race. I'm like, that doesn't matter. Like if your friend has an issue with you like hooking up with someone of a different race, red flag. If your friend has an issue with you hooking up with someone of the same race, also red flag.
Yeah,
I feel the problem.
Those are big red flags.
The problem is not you and having a crush on your friend, which is normal. Mm. Like the only issue here would be like, oh, he doesn't want a third wheel or XYZ. Anyways, you should be able to act on your crushes. You should be able to explore those feelings with your friends in a very honest manner. Because the more you repress those feelings, the worse they're gonna come out at the end, and then that's gonna bite.
It's gonna be messy,
right? And they're gonna like bite everyone back in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, If your friend has issues with you developing feelings or your other friend, like you need to discuss that with them and be like, hey, it doesn't make sense for me for you to have these feelings toward this situation that really does not relate to you in any way. So I need you to
100%.
tell me. And again, like I like to approach my friends in a very clear and concise manner because I'm a Capricorn. I don't get told no a lot. But because of that, it's because I know what I want and I know when I'm doing things that are not wrong. Like again, there's absolutely no reason to like have this negative feelings toward a friendship that might develop into something else.
Hmm.
So homie hopper to the hop that homie that homie, like do what you gotta do and just like again talk with your friends. Like if you're actually really friends, there's absolutely no reason why this should turn nasty or ugly.
Yeah, just like have an honest conversation about it. Because there's something either that like your friend isn't telling you about how he feels about the crush or either of you, or there's something, there's like other context that we're not getting because I mean obviously people can only write but so much, so either there's some missing context or he hasn't said something or there's something not being said here, and whatever's not being said needs to be said,
Yeah.
as it's worth having a conversation. I also want to say you don't have to justify having a crush. You don't have to like find all these reasons to justify liking somebody. You can just say that you have a crush. You don't have to be like, but we don't have an age gap. But we're the same rate. Like, girl, it's fine. Just have the
Yeah.
crush. I have a crush on someone every time I hop on the train. You know what I mean? Like, crushes are lovely. I love having crushes. Like, I
Yeah.
they're fleeting. They come and they go. Whether you act upon it or not, that's fully up to you. I think the only way that I could see like the friend thing and be like, okay, yeah, sure, I could see why they don't want that is if like y'all are a very close knit kind of like trio, and then he's like, oh my god, no, don't do that. It's gonna mess up our trio. But that's not the case because explicitly you say here, these two friends are not close and have never been romantically involved, nor have me and the second friend. So it's not like he's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, you're gonna ruin the friend group because they're not close,
Right.
you know? So what are we ruining here? I think that is kind of my biggest thing to be like, oh, there's something else going on here.
Hmm.
There's something
Agreed.
happening here. Yeah.
Agreed.
They think less of me for acting on this crush. Um, why? Like, let's get into that.
Yeah. Why why
Even
why are they so pressed?
yeah, even if he's like, oh no, it's because you shouldn't blur the line between friends and whatever. I First of all, I think it's kind of a stupid thing. It's not about blurring the lines or not. It's about your kind of friendship and relationship with this person is growing and evolving as all relationships and
Yeah.
friendships do. You're kind of reaching a new level. You're realizing that maybe you have attraction toward each other. You have a stronger connection. There's something going on there. Um, you should try and explore that. You know what I mean? Why would you
That
deny
boy's mine.
yourself that? The boy's mine.
Sorry.
The boy's mine.
I had to bring it up.
I have definitely. Okay, here's a question for you. I
Yes.
think this is the episode where I add questions onto the end of the questions.
That's fine.
Have I have been in situations once where I have not acted on a crush because I didn't want to ruin a friendship. And then eventually the kind of friendship ends up blowing up anyway. So it's like I should have acted on the crush. Have you
Right.
ever been in a situation where kind of something like this has happened where you're like, I have a crush. I don't know if I should act on it. Yes, you do, or no, you don't.
No. No. I'm very direct with how I'm feeling at the moment or whenever I find the right timing, I bring it up because I
Hmm.
don't have I don't have time to waste in crushes. You could die the next day and then boom, people are never gonna find out how you truly
That's
feel.
true.
So speak on it now. And
Speak
that's
on it
how
now.
like I'm able to like establish friendships that are more platonic or friendships that like I can blur the lines more because like I'm extremely sexually active and I'm polyamorous. So it's really easy for me to like establish like okay, who's it okay to hook up with, who is it okay to develop feelings with. It's because I speak on it. Because a lot of my friendships started as crushes, really. Because all my friends are beautiful. So like
Okay.
right. So like I rather be like, hey, like I feel some type of way, like you wanna go on a date, like this is how I feel, and they're like, no, I just see you as friends. I'm like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like let's go hook up. Like, oh yeah, like my boyfriend wants to, let's do a threesome. Those are the type of things that flourish whenever you're communicative,
Uh-huh.
whenever you're concise about how you're feeling. Because the worst that could happen is what? You get rejected and you move on. Which
Mm-hmm.
where gonna go afterwards in my
Yes.
nasty plot. So
Yes.
I'm glad that this
Uh-huh.
happened.
Yeah, it's gonna
Right.
come up
But
again.
yeah, I just come into my adulthood in a way that I want to make sure that I'm perfectly clear with how I'm feeling in all the relationships and all the people that surround me.
Easy. Beautiful. I don't know. I think it's like kind of a stupid distinction. If you attract to someone and it works and y'all are both consenting
Yeah.
adults, girl,
Girl,
get
you're
into it.
making the lines yourself. Like no one's
Yeah.
giving you a line to follow.
Uh-huh. And no one's saying that like that has to ruin things. You know what I mean? It could be like a one-time thing and then you just go back to being friends, or it could
Yeah.
change, and then you've got a whole new blossoming thing to explore. And even that, it doesn't have to lead to anything. It could just
Right.
be like a new
This is
facet.
this is when emotional intelligence comes to play. Like, are you an adult that can handle those type of situations in a way that it's not going to change your friendship structure, or if it changes, that you can manage it within the people that are involved?
Mm-hmm.
That's why again I'm bringing back like why is that third friend so pressed? Like
Yeah. I mean, you can
as
only
an
really
adult,
manage your own response and your own emotions to thing. But in that, you can set a good example for everyone else in the friend group. You know what I mean? And have an honest conversation. I am curious about this third friend. I want an update. Let us know.
please.
There's something else going on here. Have the conversation with them. It doesn't have to get super messy. But definitely I wouldn't go in and be like kind of accusatory toward them. I would maybe try to you catch more flies with honey. So
Yeah,
go in, bring up the topic, and just try to like slowly kind of bring it out, because it's about what's
yeah,
deeper here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because if you run in and you're like, you're bitch, you don't like that I have this crush, blah, 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 and you and you and you, it's not
Right.
going to
They're
go
gonna get
well.
defensive very quickly.
Exactly.
However, if they're being dismissive and they're not fully being honest, that's when you can press more and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this answer is very vague.
Let's be
I still
specific.
feel that, right, be specific. Like, I'm still feeling that you're not communicating clearly with the intentions or like how you're feeling exactly.
Hmm.
And just to like clear it up.
Like, what's this really about?
Because again, I am very confrontational when it comes to situations like that because I have lots of friends that are like very terrible communicators and I don't like having things up in the air. And I tell them, I'm like, listen, like this is not, how to communicate properly. Like you're not like clearing up the message. Like what are we actually doing here?
Yeah.
And usually sometimes that's like more like a last resort when you have to like shake it off from them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's different communication pathways to do
Oh,
so.
yeah.
If they feel more comfortable through text, if you actually like meet them in person to talk to them, if you have to slap a bitch, just like, don't slap a bitch, or do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stop you.
I think another thing is, and this came up at work the other day, it's not what you say. Well, it is what you
It's how you
say.
say it.
It's also how you say it, I think, is another big important thing. And I think that will also make all the difference when you're talking to your friend here is kind of the how you package it, how you wrap it up. You know what they say in
Well, because
therapy? I
at the end of
statements.
the day, like even if what you're saying is truth, it's the way how people react to how you're saying it that it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna stick to people. Like
Yeah.
people are more willing to fight you over your tone that fight you over the message.
100%. Because it's not about, like, it is about, but it's really not about the truth of what's being said. Everyone has their own perception of how they take
The
something when you say
truth.
it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about the truth, it's about their truth and your truth and bridging the two of them. That's the important part. It's about, your personal feelings in the story, how you perceived it, how you're feeling it. That's really what it's about, especially when you're just trying to
Yes.
connect and figure out what is going on between you and your
Yes.
friend. Best of luck. Hopefully you figure out what's going on. Shoot us an update when it happens. I'm
Yes.
curious. I want to know, does he have a crush on you? Does he have a crush on the friend? Do you act out on the crush? Do all three of you have something going on? That's what I want to know.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, threesome question mark?
Like that's what I want to know. Send us the update. We have time for one more question. And this actually kind of worked out because we had highlighted the three and now we're there. The last question is from Am I a Bitch? It's a sex and love question. And they write, all right, please don't hold back and be honest with me. That's how I like to start it. You know, I like when they're like, I might be in the wrong.
Right.
I've got a longtime friend that really wants to be friends with benefits. He's hot. I'm into him, but we're pretty open with each other and don't keep secrets. And it seems like 3 or 4 times a year, he's getting treated for an STI. They're treatable though, so no judgment, not shaming him. Even if they're not treatable, would you shame him then? That's my question. But it makes me really hesitant to take that step. If I would sleep with anyone and get an STI, like whatever, I'll get treated, it's fine. But the frequency at which it happens to him is off-putting to me. Am I a prude if this is my reason to not want to sleep with him? Thoughts?
Honestly, this is a really great question because it comes
very interesting.
Because this comes about like this is not a perception. Let's just take that this is a fact that this person goes to AHF a lot and get treated a lot.
They're down at the Howard Brown.
Right. They go to, out of the closet and get tested, which, I mean, it's clear to me that this person gets tested and gets, tested regularly, which is great. You are in charge of your sexual health and you alone. No one will do that for you. Not even a partner will do that for you. It's on you to do what you can for your own sexual health. 1. Second, it is absolutely okay to feel some type of way if a person that whether it's a friend or someone that you don't feel 100% safe with their sexual practices. Again, that's totally okay. No one's pushing you to interact with people sexually in a way that it doesn't feel safe to you. Because yes, whether there's like a bias on like promiscuity or whether there's a bias on like safe sexual practices, you are in charge of who you interact with sexually because it's your body and it's your health. It is okay to tell your friend, hey, I would like to sleep with you, but let's use a condom.
Yeah. Or let's get tested. Let's get tested first, then we hook up.
Exactly. At the end of the day, like there is multiple ways you can hook up with someone. And whether you like it or not, it might happen, it might not happen, but there is safe practices that if the other person is willing to it, that should not be a problem. If you want to hook up with them and use a condom, if you're both on PrEP, if you want to take Doxy after.
That was my big thing. Get that Doxy Pep ready. If you know this person is always, catching something, just have the Doxy Pep. Just have it ready on deck. But whenever you're done, just, all right, let's make sure nothing happens here.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, you are not an asshole for wanting to take care of your own body. However, if you are being sexually reckless with other people, but then to your friend, you're like, oh, well, I don't trust you. That's when you would be kind of an asshole because you're obviously
you're rejecting something here, right?
Right. And that would be a little bit more of like, okay, what's actually happening and how you're actually feeling with your friend versus normally you are cautiously sexually and you are going to be cautious with your friend, which at the end of the day, if this is your MO, go for it. And because you're doing great. But because this is just what little information we have, you're not an asshole. I mean, again, like, also, like, saying no to a friend sexually is okay, too. Like, you don't even have to excuse that, oh, I don't want to hook up with my friend because of STIs. You can also say, I don't want to hook up with my friend, period.
Yeah, you just, I just don't want to hook up with you. But it says here, he's hot. I'm into him. So life's too short. If you want to fuck him. Just be like, hey, maybe let's go get tested beforehand. Get tested together. You're cute.
I've done that.
Together.
Yeah. I've also I've been in a threesome with a friend and we both catch something and then we're both like, oh my God, let's go get treated together. Like, girl, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Just have that Doxy ready. Go get tested beforehand or have the Doxy after. take your own precautions. It's kind of similar to the last
Yeah.
question where it's like you can't control other people. You can only control your reaction and your preparation for things. It's the same thing, except this is not about a crush, but about having sex. So you can
Again,
control your
like
own
if your
reactions.
friend, then it would be like, is your friend an asshole if he says, no, I don't want to get tested? Or, oh, I don't want to use a condom. Or, oh, I'm
Is
not
he
a
raw as
doxy.
law? Is he raw as law? That's a
Exactly.
question.
Which, that's totally fine. But, like, I always have condoms in my apartment. Like, I'm never going to say no to good dick or good booty. Like, if you feel some that way, let's go for it. Like, listen, I've been on PrEP since 2018. That's 7 years of, like, my DNA has changed into Descovy, which is totally fine.
Okay.
I just introduced Doxy, like, within the last 1 or 2 years. So, it's totally okay to manage your sexual health the way it fits you. And it's totally okay to express that to your friend if they want to hook up with you. Like, hey, I feel some type of way. Let's take this step so that we're both happy, so that it's not in the back of my mind that I don't catch something I don't necessarily want.
Yeah.
That's totally
and the
okay.
two of
I
you
don't
are
think
friends, so you have this rapport. It's not like you're coming up to a stranger and being like, this is someone you know. You're open with each other, so you don't keep secrets. You already know what time it is. You can just be like, girl, let's go fuck, but let's make sure. Let's go get tested really quick. Let's go out of the closets right there. We can go thrift something and get tested.
Wait that out.
Okay. Let us know. Let us know how the sex is. That's the important part here.
Yeah.
Let us know how the sex is.
We do want an update.
Yeah. I want an update. I want all the gritty details. I want to know, with the thong off 365, turned with the torso, peeking out on the side. I want all of that. We are going to take a break. When we get back, it is time for our nasty plots. We are back from our break. Jay, how you holding up?
Amazing. I've been happy to discuss other people's private information with you. It's been great.
Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite part. I love it. It's all anonymous. It's my favorite thing. People can just submit it and we get it. We can just talk about it. I love it. I have so much fun doing this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of fun listening to you and your guests. It's fun.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you. And thanks to everyone who has submitted. Truly, there is no show if people don't submit. So if you are taking the time to submit something, if you're taking the time to write out a story, a confession, a little joke, any submission, I thank you. My heart goes out to you because without you, there's nothing for me to do here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And not only that, like, it's hard being vulnerable. It's hard asking for help in a situation. Listen,
even if it is anonymous.
Okay.
Even anonymous help is still hard to ask for when you're like writing out something, it's difficult.
Yeah. Like, again, like, you never know. Like, as much as we're adults, like, a lot of us haven't had life figured out. Like, we don't know how to, like, handle every single situation. And if you're not able to communicate with your friends away, like, I think this podcast is a perfect way, especially being able to ask stuff that's, like, explicit, that may have a bias with other people, or that it's kind of like taboo. Like, it's nice to be able to discuss this in a way that's objective and analyze it in a way from like a non-judgment, like,
ask it here.
Exactly.
It here. It's our final segment. It's Nasty Plot. This is the part where people don't ask for advice. This is the part where we give advice and talk about things in our life that have pissed us off or come up recently, something that we got to talk about. I have a couple things. My first one, this is not to a specific company, but it is to a specific company, but it's not to a specific company. But it's not, I swear. There's a ramen spot. It's across the street from the bar. They opened up maybe 2 months ago. The ramen is fine. They've got this interesting pricing on their menu where like you choose your broth, right? And then for the toppings, you choose either silver, diamond, or platinum. And that is like the level of toppings you have access to. Yeah, so it's like tiered pricing for their ramen, which I think is interesting. I don't think I've seen a place like that. I've just like seen a place where it's like, oh, hey, this is our tonkatsu, this is our shoyu, like these are our different flavors and stuff. So keep in mind, the lowest tier is already like $15. So like this room is just a little pricey. I posted on my story the other day. A lot of people saw. A lot of people got back to me on it. The girls were just as mad as I was. A lunch special needs to be special. This place, let me open up the picture in question. I had it prepped over here. It says, with a purchase of any full priced entree, you get 50% off an appetizer and a complimentary can of soda. Now, keep in mind, this place is in kind of like it's in Boys Town. There's a lot of other businesses, a lot of other restaurants. Many of these restaurants have lunch specials. Off the top of my head, on the same block, the lunch specials that I know, because I love a lunch special. You know, I'm in the neighborhood. I bike everywhere. I'm constantly going new places. The Korean chicken spot, their lunch special includes, for the price of like, it's price point $12. So already cheaper than the ramen. You get 4-piece boneless or bone in. And it's like big chicken thigh, like the big Korean fried chicken. You get fries, you get dumplings, and you get a soda. And if you want to pay extra, you can upgrade it to like a specialty drink. Or the other ramen spot, for also around like 12 or 13, you get the ramen, a soda that you can upgrade it into a bubble tea or something else, which is already like that alone shoots me up from a can of soda. And you get dumplings, and you can pay extra to like $1 extra to soup up the dumplings or to get like a different appetizer. These are lunch specials.
Yes.
Special is it's in the operative word in the title. Do not piss me off by giving me this lunch special and you're telling me I got to pay a full price entree and then you're giving me 50% off an appetizer. Just give me the damn appetizer. Give me the damn appetizer. I don't know if this is because I lived in Philly, in New York, and on the East Coast, there are a lot of halal trucks. That's a lunch special, bitch. Halal trucks on the East Coast will charge you $5, give you about a full day's worth of food and a soda. Don't make me mad.
Listen, like most lunch specials offer some type of appetizer for free. That's a given. They give you a good portion, they give you a little extra, and they give you a drink. That's the universal lunch special. Why? Because people are like off for their lunch break or they haven't gotten to work yet, and it's supposed to be special. There's no dinner special because everyone's ready for dinner.
Out for
So
dinner.
then you
Yeah.
can charge
This
for
is
full
for the
price.
working girls. This is for the working girls. Where's the special?
Like, how the fuck are you gonna tell me I'm gonna pay full price for a lunch meal? You're crazy.
Yeah. Don't make me mad. Now the question is, do I make us think about it? No, I don't. This ramen place, the ramen, I've had it once. It was fine. The other ramen spot that is a block away that does the lunch special that, you know, has all the goodness and the dumplings are already there. They're way better. So I will continue to take my business over there. Where my lunch special is not only tolerated, but it is special and it is encouraged.
It's welcomed.
Yes. My second nasty plot, I was on a very, not consumerist. I've been money oriented this month, I guess. Okay. Because my second nasty plot is about online businesses. When you open them for the first time and they give you that bullshit where it's like spin the wheel to get savings. That's fine. When the wheel, like, you know, sometimes it'll be like up to 20%. 20% is decent for your first order. Okay, I'll take that. Most places off jump will give you 10. 10% off your first order. It's enough to give you some savings, but not enough to like fully, you know, break the bank. You know, you can get something cute.
Yeah.
I came across a place the other day, and this made me laugh out loud with how ludicrous it was. You know, I like a blind box. You know, I'm kind of out of my Labubu era. We've talked about it last month. I'm into my other ones. You know, I get my ducks. I get my Pokemon ones. I get my Chikawa. I got all types of little blind boxes here. So I like to check online retailers just to see what the prices are for things and different options on new things that I can get. I opened this up one yesterday and it said, welcome. sign up for our newsletter and get 5% off your first order. 5% is a slap in the fucking face. 5% is not a sale. That's not a deal.
That doesn't even cover taxes, girl.
Right. It's not even taxes and shipping. Like 5% is truly nothing. And let's say, okay, let's go off of the Labubu prices. Okay, so a Labubu not resale price is $27. 5% of that, you saved me $1.35. Bitch, no. And that's for a regular price one. The resellers are selling them for like 60, which I would never pay 60 for a Labubu. That's crazy. That's 60, 5%. You save me $3. $3 on 60. That's nothing. That's so fucking stupid. Give me at least 10. If you're an online retailer, if it's not over 10% or 10%, I don't want it.
Correct. That's crazy.
It's about keeping customers. Come on now. 5%.
That's crazy.
That makes you mad.
Right. Like if 5% it's what you're only willing to give someone that's like purchasing for the first time, what are the summer sales? Like how much is Black Friday to you?
Mm-hmm.
Girl, 1%.
Well, Black Friday is another one. If there's a Black Friday sale, I want to be seeing 30, 40, 50, you know what I mean? 70.
Shipping only.
Yes. Because, the Steam summer sale is happening right now for my gamers. The Steam summer sale is notorious for things being, 50, 70, 80% off. Right. I just opened it up right now. Off the top, Outlast 2, 90% off. That's a $20 game, goes down to $1.99. Another one here, Fury, $1.99, 90% off. Automobilista. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's a racing game. 90% off. $40 goes down to $3.99. Come on, these are deals. This is a fucking deal.
I'll give you a trick. Have you ever used the Shop app?
Yes.
Okay, so for people that don't know, the Shop app, it's like a centralized shopping app that you get on your phone that you can get all the tracking for all your different orders together. So most online stores will have it. Now, whenever you directly purchase from the Shop app, you can get cash back. However, that cash multiplies in the app for certain stores, and then $3 to $4 that you have in your account can turn into like $50, $60, or $70 off, depending on the deal that they have for different stuff. So let's say, for example, I have $3 on my Shop app right now. With those $3, there's certain stores that will give me like $50 off of an $100 purchase. That's 50%.
Now that's a deal.
Now that's a deal.
Now that's advice you could take home and implement. All right.
Exactly.
I love that. I love a smart shopper. I'm like I'm a couponer. When I go get groceries, I'm clipping everything. I love watching my savings. I love that.
Yeah. There's no value in paying full price for things.
No.
Like if you don't have any like object permanence, if you don't believe in like the value of things money wise, like just get your stuff on sale. Just go to the Nordstrom rack. Just get those factory deals. Like there's
in this economy, full price. No man.
Girl.
No man. Never that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my nasty plots. It's all about money this month for me. So Jay, what are your nasty plots?
My nasty plot is there's people that still don't know how to handle rejection and how to reject people gracefully. And I would like to bring that up. Yeah, let's wake it up. I feel that there's a way that you can express your feelings in a way that will not be destructive to the other person. If you don't feel some type of way, if you have to reject someone's advances, you can do it very gracefully. My favorite is, I'm not interested, but I hope you have a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Right. I like that. I like you know what? I'm really not feeling it, but I appreciate you coming forward to it. That's another one.
At the bar, I'm always like, that's so sweet. Thank you.
I like.
Thank you. I'm okay.
I like the diversion. I like the. Ooh, I gotta go. But
yeah,
good to see you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No,
a drink order over there. Oh my god.
Right. No. You can definitely be honest, and very specific. I've been in situations that like someone tries to dance with me and I say no, thank you, I'm okay, and then they get mad at me that I don't want to dance with them. I'm like, bitch,
Yeah. Or like I'm just here to dance with my friends. I use that one a lot
yeah,
because I am just here to dance with my friends most of the time. So
yeah,
yeah. I mean I usually am just like I have a man, thank you. That's kind of the one I
yeah,
use a lot. I have a man, thank you. But
right. And if that's not enough, you gotta bring your boyfriend and be like, we got each other. Thank you.
yeah, my man knows how to fight.
Yeah. I know how to fight. I don't need to bring him up. I can fight you. No, but
I'm a lady. I'm a lady. I don't
right.
fight.
I don't fight. I end the fights.
Hmm.
But yeah. I mean, and again, like if you come up to someone and they're like, you know what, I'm okay, thank you. Like it's not the end of the world. For like every person that rejects you, there will be 10 people that are willing to suck your dick in the back of a
From the
trash bin
back.
somewhere
They might suck
from
it
the
from the
back.
back. Shit.
Right. Like someone will sneak you in into their car when their parents are still home and you can,
Yeah.
hump them all night. Just like be patient. Don't take everything too personally. Not everything's personal.
I saw
Um,
at the leather convention, I was at IML, they had these cards that were like kind of placed in different places. It was about like cruising tips.
yeah.
And one of the tips on there was don't focus on the no's, focus on the yeses. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's such good advice. Is like if you're out, especially if you're cruising or if you're trying to hook up or you're trying to do something at the bars or you're out and about, um, get comfortable with rejection because there's going to be no's, but like you said, there's going to be just as many yeses, if not more. And it's better to focus on the yeses. And not every day is going to be a win. You know, sometimes you might go out, you might not get what you want, but
Yeah. And and again,
have fun.
like especially when we're coming to like play parties, when it comes to like cruising locations, when it comes to like
Hmm.
bathhouses, etc. You name it. Like it is okay to reject. You don't have to be like no low to refuse every single time you go out.
Yeah.
And same thing with other people. Like consent is sexy. Like you don't have to interact with everyone in those type of situations. That's totally okay because not everyone wants to interact with everyone.
Hmm.
You might go to a place and there's might be only like 1 or 2 people that catch your attention. And vice versa. Like someone
Yeah.
might go and like you might be their type and other people might not be their type. And that's totally okay. It's the way you approach it, it's the way you handle yourself gracefully in the way that, you know what, like this didn't work for us. Like, I'm willing to try with other people. I'm willing to
Yeah.
interact with other people to get what I want or to provide an experience.
Now
And I
for the
think,
mean gays, the ones that are just dicks about it, fuck
yeah,
them. Pay them no mind. They got other shit going
yeah.
on. They have
Like
more
again,
bigger things.
if someone rejects you very disturbingly, like very rude, like again, totally okay. That's on them for, acting a specific type of way. Handle yourself gracefully. At the end
Yeah.
of the day,
Hmm.
you are just out there to have a good time.
Keep
You're
your
just
chin
out
up.
there interact with the people. Yeah.
Don't let your crown
Don't drop
slip.
your don't
Don't
right. Don't drop your crown, queen.
don't drop your crown. I had a friend once who was like out and they went up to someone and the person like was like ugh as if like they hit them with that. And I'm like that is just so rude. And it really says so much about them and nothing about you. Like if someone rejects you and if they
No,
feel the need to be that mean about it, they have bigger fish to fry in their life
correct.
because a true, like a normal person, quite literally anyone else would have just been like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god, no, I'm good, thank you." You know what I mean? And
yeah,
just kept it at that. But to be like, "Ugh," like this,
yeah. It's only different whenever you get like a very nasty nude on the apps and they're like, "Oh wait, can I fuck you next?" And you're like, "You know what? That's just not gonna happen."
yeah,
I will allow you to be a little snappy in those situations because I'm like, listen, like if you're not gonna send me a beautiful, artistic, canvas of yourself, like I don't
mhm.
need to see it.
No, you're taking pictures on the toilet with it like just flopped out.
Floating.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I've been in. I've had certain stuff sent to me that no one should see, and
hmm.
at that point, I'm like, you know what, like fuck you for doing this and
Okay,
exposing me to this bullshit. But Um,
Oh my
my
god, my tongue
next.
is purple. It's because my coffee was ube flavored.
Period. Oh my
Okay.
god. Speaking of ube,
Mhm.
I got sent asset. Have you gotten those ads on Instagram? That's like the
No.
booty hole serum.
No, I have not gotten these.
So now there are booty hole specific skincare that you can get,
Uh-huh.
and the booty wash is has ube extract.
Ooh.
But I've only used it for 2 days. I'll keep you updated
Let me
what
know,
it
because
looks like in
if
a
my
week.
if my booty hole could taste like a sweet potato, I love sweet potatoes. So if my hole could
I'll,
taste like a
I'll, I'll
sweet
keep you updated. I'll
potato,
keep you updated. So anyways, my second nasty plot is
mhm,
managing social media in a way that it does not fuck up your mental health. And let me say this because I have to
it's
learn
a big
this the hard
problem.
way. Yes. So it is okay to take time off from social media because there is studies that recognize dopamine and serotonin levels when it comes to like being addicted to the usage of social media. So with that being said, not everything on social media is personal. Unless you're being doxxed or cyberbullied, you have all the power within yourself
Mhm,
to separate yourself from a situation on social
mhm,
media,
yeah,
block people. It doesn't make you a better person not to block someone and still have to engage and still have to interact, still open up the floor for those people to bring you down. There's no recognition of that. What's in recognition is allowing yourself the space to not interact with this type of content, this type of behavior, separate yourself from those type of comments, whether it's
yep.
sex, race related, discriminatory. It's totally okay not to handle or engage with that type of situation.
You're like
Not
boop, block.
exactly. And I'm not sure how the apps are nowadays with like how many people you can block, but like, girl,
And if not
just
block,
pull it.
mute. There's
Exactly.
options. There's options.
Exactly. Like, again, the world is really shit right now, and just opening up the news every single day, it's kind of crazy.
Oh my god, terrifying.
Right. But find peace and find serenity in community.
Hmm.
Like if you're using social media, use that content that will allow you to connect with others, um, that you're able to join different communities so you can support each other. Basically, I'm saying as use social media alternatively with a
Yeah.
little bit more purpose. Instead of
Hmm.
doom scrolling, do a little bit more of research, prepare yourself. You know, there's a lot of crazy shit happening. Inform yourself, take a break, don't look at your phone for a little bit,
Touch grass.
touch some grass, ground yourself, take off your shoes and go outside for a second. Um, those type of things that I feel like, especially navigating social media nowadays with everything that's been going on. Again, social media is a powerful tool, but it can get pretty intense.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
So
Take breaks
for
whenever
it,
needed.
yeah, like for it to not consume you, make sure take your breaks when you need to, communicate with the right people, use the right outlets. Fuck Donald Trump.
I mean, fuck Donald Trump. Fuck ICE.
Fuck ICE. Like, I
Fuck
mean,
this
we're
whole
gonna
fascist regime. Fuck all of them.
listen. I used to live in Venezuela, which was a communistic, fascist dictatorship. But then, like, looking at all this government is doing, I'm like, this is very fucking similar. When have I
Yeah.
seen this before? So it doesn't really. This is a little bit out of the way and getting a little bit more political, but it must be said before I leave. Um, just because someone says they claim to be one party or the other, that doesn't mean they're actually who they say they are. First of all, especially in
Hmm.
politics. So again, consuming social media properly and consuming the right information really does the trick in managing yourself on social media.
Yep.
And that's my nasty plot.
Boom. With that, We are at the end. Jay, it has been a lovely, lovely time. Thank you so much for doing this. Always enjoyed to speak to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hopefully, we get to do this again sometimes. I love a cute little podcast.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, we'll have to have you on for like a Patreon episode. We talk about something non-advice related.
Yeah, just some
Hmm.
stupidly just between us girls.
Yeah. I love that. It's fun. You know, when I get back from my trip, I'm going out east, so
Mm.
taking a
Where are
flight.
you going?
I'm going to an engagement party for one
Aww.
of my best friends. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go see my family. I haven't seen my parents in quite some time.
In Philly?
So in Jersey.
Oh,
But I'm
see?
stopping. I'm going DC to Philly to Jersey to New York. So I'm kind of just hitting the East Coast.
Yeah, hit up Ron because he lives there.
Oh yeah, you just live in New York, right?
Yeah,
This is what
yeah,
I'm telling
yeah.
you. He's gonna be on an episode. We're gonna make it
Do
happen.
it. I'll
Jay,
hit him
before we
up. I mean, like,
leave,
girl, you should do this podcast.
yeah. Okay, before we leave, let the people know where they can find you and what you have to promote.
Absolutely. I'm gonna promote my OnlyFans as always.
Of course.
OnlyFans.com/Jay Seabrook. My just for fans is justfor.fans/JXXX Seabrook. My SoundCloud, which because I started mixing and hopefully you get into my music, it's ZXEU, so it spells ZU. It's pronounced ZU because the X is silent.
Mhm.
And my Instagram will always and forever will be JSeabrook_.
I've been Jake. You can follow me at Krogan for all my personal stuff. You can follow the pod at Poison Touch Pod on Instagram. For $5 a month, you can join me over at Patreon to get full video episodes and bonus episodes where I have guests and we talk about things that are not advice related. Last month, Gay Bash and I were talking about manga and anime and DJ stuff and house music.
Yes.
So yeah, if you want bonus episodes, you want full episodes, go order the Patreon, patreon.com/poisondutchpod. If you have questions and you want to submit them, this is a little different because the lease on my website is almost up, and I don't think I'm going to renew it. I think I'm going to try for a bit to use Google Forms for submissions. Still going to be anonymous. So if you want to submit your own questions, stories, and confessions, head over to the link in my Instagram bio because the link should be there. So poisontouch.com. I think I'm gonna let her go because I just don't feel like paying for a website right now. And a Google form gets me the same shit and it's free. So we're gonna
Yeah.
move over to that. We will catch y'all next time.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.
Poison Touch is produced, edited, and hosted by me, Jake Munoz. If you like what you see, give us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify. It really helps us get out to more people. I'll catch you on the flip. Don't forget to smile.